Normally on a finance channel, you're going to hear about things like saving money, investing money, how to spend less money. And we talk about all of those on the channel here. But today we're going to talk about something that might seem counterintuitive when it comes to building wealth: generosity. Hi, my name is Samuel. If you're new to the channel, thank you for coming. And if this isn't your first time here, thank you for coming back. So, pardon the change of scenery. Welcome to my kitchen. So here on the channel, we like to talk about building wealth. And that's something that takes place gradually over time by consistently saving, cutting expenses, investing money, doing all of the right things for a long period of time. That's how you build wealth. But there's a purpose behind building wealth. We're not just building wealth so we can hoard all of the money. That would lead to a miserable life. And there are a lot of things more important than money. The purpose of building wealth is to have a better life. People who don't do well with money tend to have a more difficult time than people who do well with money. So the point of all of this is to build wealth for a better life, meaning that living a good life comes before making or accumulating money, which means there are times when things such as generosity and giving, which would seem to kind of distract from the purpose of building wealth, are necessary and good. So here are a few reasons why you should be a generous person no matter where you're at in your wealth building journey. Number one, it makes you a better person. It's been said that it is better to give than it is to receive, and that's true. If you've ever been able to give to a person who is in need or surprise someone with a gift, you know that it's a wonderful thing to be able to give. But the opposite of that is also true. If it is better to give than it is to receive, we're starting with the assumption that receiving is a good thing. And I certainly have been on the receiving end of generosity many times throughout my life, and I'm sure you have too. And you know the wonderful feeling when someone does something for you, particularly when you're in a spot where you can't repay them. It's a wonderful feeling. As wonderful as that is, it's even more wonderful to be able to provide that to people. Now, I think that you can be generous at whatever stage you are in. You might not be able to do a lot for someone, but just buying someone a meal, especially if they need it, can be a wonderful way to get started, because generosity takes the focus off of you. We have lofty financial goals, and that's a wonderful thing because you're not going to hit a target you aren't aiming for. But taking some time to step back and give to somebody or an organization, it takes the focus off of you and your needs for a moment, and you realize the world is bigger than just you. And that's a wonderful thing. It does something for you when you give. So it's good for you to give because it's good for your life. It improves your life. It gives you awareness of others, and that's something that is more important than any financial goal you may have. So one, it's good for you. Two, it's good for others. And three, I actually think it helps in wealth building. And here's what I mean. When you do give to people who are in need, or organizations, or your brother or sister or friend, when it takes the focus off of you, you realize the value of money. Money is not something to have. Money is something to use. Money is just a tool. The whole point of this channel is talking about having a better financial life, and the reason is so you can use that tool to have a better life yourself. When you give to someone who needs it, what you're doing is you're taking the focus off of you and your goals, and you're realizing that money is more than just something to have. And in a weird way, I think that actually motivates us to live better financially, because you realize when you give that you can do a lot more for people around you when you have better resources. And that selflessness that comes from giving may cause you to cut back in certain areas so that you can continue to build wealth. That's what we're trying to accomplish here. So I know it sounds a little counterintuitive, but giving actually helps you build wealth. Now there's a flip side to this, and those are the people who have a bigger heart than their bank account can support. And if that's you, hear me out for a minute. Generosity is a wonderful thing, but you have to make sure that you're taking care of yourself first. You might not be able to pay for everyone's meal every time you go out. The gift that you would like to buy for your significant other or a friend or family member might be a wonderful gift that they could use and would enjoy. But if buying whatever it may be that you want to surprise this person with is going to put you in a bad financial position, that's not good for you, and it's not really good for them either. We're building good financial habits, and sometimes that means saying no, even to things that we would like to do for others, because we can't at the moment. But use that as motivation to drive you to cut back in other areas and continue to save and invest and build wealth, because you realize when you put your financial priorities in the right place, the wealth that comes from that can be used to do all of the things that you want to do now. It may take time, but it's going to be worth it. So overall, generosity is a wonderful thing, and it doesn't matter if it's something small or something large that you're able to do, whether it's giving to a friend who is in need, or donating to a charitable organization, or giving to your local church, whatever it may be. Start with where you can. Continue to build wonderful financial habits, and one day be able to give outrageously. What a wonderful thing that will be. So I hope you enjoyed the video today. If you like content like this, please subscribe to the channel, give us a thumbs up, and we're going to see you again next Wednesday. But do me a favor, please comment in the comment section down below what your goal of giving something away is. We'll see you again next Wednesday.